Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we got a new dev update, and this one's pretty crazy. It's something that I didn't think that they were working on, but it's also something that has been very controversial since the beginning of the game, something that a lot of players have asked for, and we've pretty much had no solutions. Now, what I'm talking about is the trading system and the markets. So right now they have basically everybody goes into Blackfell. They tried to remedy that by putting some spots where you couldn't get into or you couldn't do things to try to help the congestion out, but it just basically hasn't worked. So they have a solution, and let's talk about it right now. So it says the trading has been a constantly popular activity since launch. To maximize exposure, players often place their vending machines in Blackfell, causing lag, obstruction, and other issues. After extensive discussions, our team has decided to create a dedicated trading zone, the Harvester's Market, set to launch on March 13th. So this is coming out next week along with the other updates. And this is pretty awesome because you put these together with what's coming out on the 27th, and wow, the devs are definitely listening. So it says that the Harvester's Market is basically going to be available in Manibus, it's going to be available in Evolution's Call, and it's also going to be available in the Way of the Winter. Now, it's not going to be available in Prison vs. Clash, and that's because of the way the faction systems are set up. But there are neutral areas which I'd imagine they could place them in. So they said, if this is something you're interested in, make sure to reach out to them and they'll reconsider it. But then they go on to give us a little Q&A, so let's jump right into that. So it starts off with, how many special vending machines can I build? And then it says, to accommodate as many players as possible within the limited space, each player will be restricted to building one special vending machine. It says, are the special vending machines restricted to the Harvester's Market? And they say yes. So this is going to be a different vending machine than the one that we currently have. So I'm not sure how that system is going to look or how it's going to work, but make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and click that bell. And as soon as we get some more details about how this whole entire system works, I'll put together a guide. Now, I did put together a guide back in the day about vending machines and how all that stuff works. So if you haven't jumped into it or you just want some tips and tricks, make sure to check that video out because it's still pretty relevant. So then it goes on to say, how can I build a special vending machine? And it says, it may be special, but it's still a vending machine. So you'll need to unlock the vending machine in the mimetic system first. The special vending machine can also use the same skins as a standard vending machine, allowing you to customize its appearance to your liking. So if you've purchased other vending machine skins, you can still use them to kind of pop out and stand out from everybody else that's going to be in this marketplace. It says, what will happen to inactive special vending machines that are just taking up space? So if you have a special vending machine and it remains inactive for several days, probably a week, the same as when they pack up your stuff, it's going to also get recalled, and the building materials will just be refunded back to the player in the territory terminal. When you place the special vending machine again, though, all the previous items that you had listed are going to be available for sale, so you're not going to have to set it up again. So I think that's a nice little quality of life thing. And then it says, does the special vending machine need to be connected to power? It says, for convenience sake, special vending machines do not need to be connected to power. They can be freely placed within the Harvester's Market. So that's pretty awesome. And then it says, additionally, on March 13th, they're going to add a freezer feature, which is going to enable you to keep the food fresh for longer, but the effects will wear off as soon as the item is purchased. So if you're selling stuff normally now, it starts to count down. Now, I wonder if that's going to be the same for like items like backpacks and things that have, are only available for so many days, or if it's just related to food. So that's going to be interested to find out, because I would love it if I can put a bunch of, like electronics grabbers in there that are X amount of days, and they kind of freeze at that date until they're purchased. And then that way we can really load our stuff up instead of only wanting to put like a little bit at a time. And that's going to make the vending machines much better. So that's pretty much it for the vending machine information. Now let me show you exactly where these two are going to be located. So right now I'm on the Manibus server. So here, if I hit M, you're going to see we have Blackfell right here. And then down below we have Evergreen, which is where the golf course is. And then there's this cave section right here. So they're going to be placing it in the cave. Now, if you have a building in the cave right now, you're going to want to move that, because on March 13th, your building is going to disappear. And then you're going to have to move it anyway. So you have a few days to kind of get out there and try to find a new spot. So I recommend doing that. But essentially down in this cave, this whole thing is going to be reworked, and it's going to be one big marketplace. Now, I'll assume that they're going to have a teleporter so that we can jump between the different worlds and quickly get in here. But I think this is awesome. This is probably one of the best features that the game could have had. I don't know why it took so long. I'll be honest, I suggested this, so I'm going to take full credit. But I'm glad to see that it's finally coming, because again, we haven't heard anything about this system for like a really long time, and then boom, out of nowhere. And I'm seeing that with a lot of these updates. If you haven't seen the updates coming March 13th, if you haven't seen the incredible updates coming March 27th, make sure you check out those videos that I just posted the past couple days, because it's wild. Getting rid of controllers, doing away with like the lines for power. Like, there's so many cool things. So this is where it's at in Manibus. Let's take a look at where it's at in Way of the Winter. Okay, so here we are in Way of the Winter. Now, right here on the map, and you're centralized to like Whalebone. So over here to the left, if I scroll in, down at the base of this like giant hill or mountain, whatever you want to call it, in Vienna Ford, there's going to be a spot, and maybe kind of see like this big circle area. I don't know if that's what they're going to use or if it's going to go all the way up. I think that would be kind of cool if this was like an entrance and then you had all the vending machines all the way up. But essentially somewhere in this area is where it's going to be located. Now, I will tell you that I had to roll a new character in order to do this. And those buffalo chased me a super long time until they finally murdered me. But I was quick enough to put down a building, so I was able to spare my life. But essentially, this is the location. So I hope you enjoy my sacrifice for that. But that's it for today's video. If you like it, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps me. Don't forget to subscribe for more great Once Human content. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks.